All right. Okay. First of all, if you haven't already done so, sign into your computer, fire up either Firefox or Google Chrome. Those are the recommended browsers. We've used it a little bit in Internet Explorer, but the recommended browsers are Google Chrome and Firefox. That is the same for any of you Mac users. We would recommend those browsers as well. You have a couple handouts with you. One of them is called Essentials of MyLeoOnline. That's today's agenda. That's all the wonderful things we will be covering today. And we realize that this is a pretty good time investment for you all this afternoon, so we do appreciate you being here. We will say that this is actually a condensed session. When we received instructor trainer from D2L, it was 2 half-day sessions, so we've already chopped it in half and boiled it down to the absolute bare essentials. So what we're showing you today is the basics to get you started. You will find very quickly that D2L is a very powerful tool, has a lot of extra features, extra functionality. We're not covering every single one of them today. That would be impossible to try to jam into 4 hours. So you will see as we're building content, as we're doing activities, you will see us skip over some of those additional options, advanced options, etc. Just know that we're showing you the basics today. We're showing you what we're calling kind of the best practices in one workflow. There are ways to build content in one piece. We're going to show you the same workflow so that you get that going for you. And like I said, we're not showing you every single piece. That would just take too much time. Is everybody able to log into the into the URL that is on your page here? It's myleoonline.tamuc.edu. The LMS is not currently linked inside the student portal. That will be coming, but this link will always be live, so that'll be a backdoor for you to log into in case the student portal does for some reason go down. So you will have 2 methods of getting into the LMS. You will have this one as well as from the student portal. All right. So we're going to start from the landing page before we actually dive into your course shells. We've tried to create a course shell for each of you so that you can be working inside a sandbox today. And we try to build those ahead of time. Sometimes we don't catch everybody, so if you don't have a sandbox, don't fret. We have someone on hand who can build that for you in a jiffy. And if you haven't met the academic technology team, so Petra is our instructional designer. Brett Murray is our LMS coordinator. And Ann Pfeiffer is our educational technologist.
And Josh is the cheerleader.
Yes, and Dr. Thompson is a cheerleader, sorry. Okay, so here's the landing page. This is what your students and your faculty will see when you first log in. We have two different navigation elements that we're going to talk about first. Up at the very top is what's called the mini bar. The mini bar has this little icon called the course selector. This is how you will go into your different courses. One of the ways. There's a couple different ways. So the course selector is very handy. It's always going to be there regardless of where you are in the system. So course selector will show you whatever you're enrolled in as either an instructor or if you're a student as well, it'll show you that. The next couple elements are different kinds of alerts. The one that you'll notice getting the most attention today is this one. Anytime you add content to your course shell or something of that nature, your students will receive a little indicator, and as we're building content, you'll see this behavior go. So they can click on the button and then link down directly into wherever that was built. Now the alerts feature is also linked to an optional. Students can opt in to the email to get email alerts as well. But as soon as they log in, if you've added content, they're going to see that little indication up there. And as we're building things, you'll see that. And then the last piece up at the mini bar we want to look at just real quick is your profile name. So the profile, you can go in to the profile level and upload your photo if you want to. If you want your students to see what you look like, then that's one way to do it. And one feature we'll be talking about in a little bit is you can view, you're by default, you're going to be viewing as an instructor, but you do have the option to switch into a student view. So as you're building content, you can switch back and forth to see how that's going to look for a student. So that's the mini bar. The next piece is this navigation bar, and this will change a little bit once you get down into your actual course shell. And you'll notice one thing that we've provided there is faculty migration resources. We have some different documentation available for you to use after you have something migrated for you. You can access those resources and have some help documentation for you, and that we're continually adding things to that. So as you have questions, you can either email us with those questions or you can check the help documentation. The rest of the landing page is comprised of what's called widgets. And the announcement widget on the landing page is the top level announcements. That's what everybody's going to see regardless of what they're enrolled in. Okay. Over the right hand side was the Brightspace support widget. This is how you get in contact with their support people if you have some technical problem. This is also how the students will view this as well. You can contact them by 800 number, by email, or they have a live chat feature. Faculty will still have obviously the option to contact us if you're having difficulties as well, but you can always open a ticket with detailed support, especially if it's like after hours, and they can help you out. If you enter a ticket and you're not getting any kind of response, let us know. We will follow up with our customer service agent on our end as well. And then down further, we have the updates widget and the calendar widget. And then at the very bottom, what's called the My Courses widget. The My Courses widget is just another way for you to access the courses you're enrolled in. So you have 2 access points on the landing page to get into your courses. Are there any questions about the landing page so far?